In the world.
Catch afterwards.
it's not heavy rain. It's like hard rain, big blobs. You know what I mean? It's that fine rain that wets you through.
The Broncos one, Alex Walker. 2, Christopher Ellis. 21, Christopher Ball. 34, Louis Gorman. Number 5, Liam Kendall. Number 6, Luke Paul Selby. Number 10, Louis Bayenet. Number 9, Curtis Davies. 18, Curtis Hall. Number 7, William Roberts. Number 12, Frederick Abbey Bailey. And 13, Martin Scott. And 20, Jensen Moss. And 8, Thomas Wilson. 22, Matthew Ross. And 23, Daniel Winnie.
No, that's starting 13 today. Looks very strong and well capable of taking the points this afternoon, Dan. Opportunities, and you've got to keep the ball off the opponents and take care of the stuff that you can control yourselves, and just let the other team worry about their own stuff. It is. Yeah. It looks like they've picked up a couple there and obviously done really well. Yeah, it is. It's a big hill. Yeah.
37 points to 12. You were seeing it there, and I think that's really, it's easy. It's better than you've been doing. High completion rates. Yes,
Yeah. The only thing that we struggle with, that well definitely me and you would struggle with, is easy. Because it is far from easy, but you've got to have the mental ability and to want to do it. And if you want to do it, and they want to get back on the line, get back to 10 yards, 10 metres, and then get up as a line and really put them on the back foot. I've adopted the phrase front foot bosh. You know what I mean? Whether it's in defence or attack, take care of your own defence, keep them away from your own line, and when you get opportunities, which this Barrow side will, they are quite creative. They've got to take the points, and I'd love to see the ball. These conditions today, the ground's firm, but it's wet. You put the ball on your foot and you slid it across the floor. To bend your back with oncoming defenders is a hard thing to do. Put it in the air, a little dolly, and it takes a bit of payoff. So I'd be interested to see what happens there this afternoon.
Underway, and it's London picking up big run there, and even bigger tackle. Josh Wood straight away picking him up, almost like a chair there, Graham, tagging him back.
Yeah, that's the Bosch that we're talking about.
Bosch.
Long may it last.
Broncos now then up towards the 30-metre mark, moving this ball across to the right-hand side. Straight down once more. Tara Reid as well, Graham, and must have the referee woman in the middle this afternoon, just doing second gear at this level. Former St. Helens player, of course, in the women's youth league has now dropped the boots and picked up the whistle, announcing the full-time referee.
Good on her. Let's hope she sets a marker and other women can hopefully forge a career doing the same thing. Sometimes they're brilliant, sometimes they are not so brilliant.
professional perspective, what have you made of Brad Walker so far this season?
Well, I don't want to put pressure on the lad, but you know, he's sometimes for me he just looks as though I think he's just got that laid back style, which doesn't make you look good when it's going wrong. When it's going great, it makes you look cool and calculated. You know, that's the only thing for me that I try and weigh up in his character. As far as his kicking goes, yeah, you're right. Sometimes he's just off the mark. I'd like to see the ball hit the ground a bit more, just so it gives, you know, the advancing defenders more time there to cut down the space. It's true colours, yeah. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you, Dan? Yeah, unfortunately, just lost a bit of momentum with that wayward pass in the last set, and knocks the ball on, which gives it the Broncos back. Now there's a penalty, Dan. Ryan King just inquiring from the match official, the referee. I think a high shot, yeah.
Be an echo and a London now then with their best opportunity of the game so far, albeit 7 minutes in, still scoreless here, but it's a Broncos still shuffling around there with Polselli keeping the play alive, back in towards the middle of the field now then, looking for any kind of space they can. Referee has blown up again from the high tackle, this time against Jared Stack. Didn't see too much in that one though, Graham. There is a slightly new interpretation on the High tackle rule as now London Broncos within 10 metres. Just look at this play here as they bring this one out towards the sticks, using the power, using the strength. That time Marcus Stock has a go at the line. He can't quite find a way over. So to play the ball right back out towards this left-hand side. It's been knocked on. See, the referee hasn't given that one, which is bizarre because the touch judge was right on line with it. That was the most blatant knock on you'll ever see. Let's hope that nothing comes of it. And karma will prevail. Now it's last tackle then. The Broncos 15 metres out in front of the post. Out towards this left-hand side. It's a little kick through, a little bit too much on that one. It's going to roll dead. So it's going to be a restart. It's going to be Andy Bullman looking for a quick tap and go off the 20. Dive towards that left-hand side was met against the wall of red Broncos defenders. But it would have been horrible to see London go through. Ritson there and breaks away himself down on his far side. He can almost get away. He was trying to find a way through. It's a great last-ditch tackle by Coleman. He just picked up the ball, and that's the sort of thing that Ritson can do. And he's been given what Trescott calls a free roll since he joined the club, and he's just letting him do his own thing. And he's playing with a freedom like I think he's been dying to play with over the last 12 to 18 months. It hasn't quite worked out for him yet over at St Helens, but I'm sure given the opportunity now at Raiders to have that free roll in a good Raiders team. 5 tries since his Raiders return, I think says it speaks volumes, and it wouldn't surprise me if St Helens were looking to get him back in at some point. As the Raiders now then within 20 metres of that London line. Still scoreless here. 10 minutes played live on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport via the app and website, of course, this afternoon. And for those watching the Comcam on this action-packed Good Friday, Ryan King now then finds a good offload to who else but Cresswell, and Cresswell diving towards the posts. Can't quite find a way through. Still just a few metres out then. Shifting this one out to Jared Stack on the right-hand side, and Jared Stack's been crumbled by 4 London defenders on their own line now. Referee indicates 5th and last. Long ball out towards this right-hand side. It's come out of the fingertips of Bullman. It was fast hands from Costello, just trying to find that pass onwards to Bullman in quick time. Bullman slightly went behind him, juggled it around, it's on into touch. So Raiders now then back on defensive duties here. 11 minutes played at Craven Park, these days known as the Northern Competition Stadium. The Raiders wanting to smell the tries this afternoon. It's a massive shot there from the Broncos, knocking Brown backwards. Now it's on the last. London still inside their own half. Looking for a 40-20 attempt there is Peltelli, but it's gone straight down the throat of Ritson. And Ritson's got a line of red shirts in front of him trying to find any kind of space. He's looking like he really wants to find that space. He really wants to find that line this afternoon. All the Raiders team there calling for the high tackle. Not given. Jared Stack now then. No nonsense stuff. Runs into a big challenge himself, but gets an offload away. Now Kingy's been tackled round the neck. He screams at the referee. London players backed off him, waiting for the penalty to... There goes the whistle. Kingy still moves forward. Now she's going to pull it back. Is she giving this? No, she's giving a hat. So she's brought the play back. Yeah. new generation of referees taking it.
As a player, that's what we look for. Nothing worse, nothing more frustrating where you've had three decisions go against you and they've had three.
Ryan King now in possession, tackle upright, less than 20 to go, raided out towards his left hand side. Curtis Tia cutting back, takes another massive tackle, and I tell you now, the Broncos have put some huge hits in. Maybe WrestleMania weekend, but it's Roman Reigns style spears that are going in this afternoon as Raiders just lining this one up with Rothwell. Play continues, back to Walker, to Cresswell. Cresswell right in front of the post now, less than 10 metres out, 13 minutes on the board. Josh Wood looks one way, looks the other way, decides to go himself. No way through this Broncos defence, as now the Raiders on the last, out towards the left with Walker. He's put that one through. Can Robson get onto it? Alice Robson, has he grounded that one? Referee says no. Tough one to call from our position, Graham, but the referee was right on it. And that would have been a spectacular try if it was given. Almost breaking down on that far right-hand side now. Broncos just looking for a penalty. Play acting there on Brad Walker. Referee's having none of it, so play continues. They've got a little bit of space on this left edge, but they can't get the ball across quick enough. So Adebayi is going to be tackled 40 metres out from the Raiders line. Good tackle that time from Rothwell and King as quick hands once again sees London shift this one over to the far right side where the captain, Will Lovell, will be brought down 30 metres out. Play comes back towards the forwards once more. This time it's going to be Marcus Stock. He's tackled. It's now fifth and last. London going down this short side once more, given plenty of time on the ball. Kicked up high and tackled in the air that time, so that's going to be another penalty against the Broncos. That's a coach killer, that, Graham, putting the ball box kicking like that. Fantastic position to kick the ball in, but then just missed time in the tackle. So the Raiders now up towards the 30 metre inside their own half. Get this one out to Brown. Brown's brought down just shy of the Raiders 40. Still scoreless here. Over a quarter of an hour played now then. Ryan King, who's been heavily involved, I must admit, Graham, with that heavily strapped thigh. He still probably touched the ball and made more tackles than most so far in this game. Javerstadt gets that one out to Costello. Costello tries to cut back. He's got an arm wrapped round his neck there, screaming at the touch judge as he's trying to get back up to his feet. Referee says no, so Bishop then punts that one up down towards the corner. It's going to be good work to do for Alex Walker. You called it before kick-off, Graham. You called it about the surface. You said what you had to be done. He loves it when he's right. But you can't hide your smug face anymore, Graham. We've got that now. Fumbled around the feet of Brad Walker. He pops that one off to Ryan King. I'll just go back to that as well. That fantastic kick through was just popped up nicely, weighted beautifully by Bishop, meaning Alex Walker had to collect that ball tackled behind his own posts. And now Raiders get possession back from the dropout. 17 minutes played here. BBC Radio Cumbria Sport live via the app and website this afternoon, and it's Barrow Raiders who have been the better of the two teams in these early stages. Almost a quarter of the way through the match now then, and Raiders with Alex Bishop. Bishop finds himself just a couple of metres away from that line, where he's eventually tackled, and Josh Wood brings it out to King. King looks to turn in the tackle and try and find an offload, nobody there. Tackle complete, Raiders fifth and last once more. Wood's got plenty of options, he's up towards this left-hand side. Walker's kicked it through, can Robson get to that one? No, he can't. But it's had to be forced dead. Has it been forced dead, or did it go dead? So the referee has awarded a penalty against London. Going to go for the 2. No. So obstruction. Sorry, I'm going to say obstruction on Robson then there. Is it? What are you insinuating, Graham? So it's going to be Walker then. You'd expect we'll give Raiders the lead now. On the 10-metre mark, just slightly left of the posts, as the clock here is about to tick into the 20th minute. Brad Walker, boot to ball, puts that one up high, puts that one up straight, and puts that one right through the middle. It's Raiders 2, London 0, 20 minutes played. Raiders, just like last week against Widnes, take a little bit of a while to get started, but you can feel it coming through. You can feel it building. Broncos now then, with Alex Walker looking to get this one away. One tip high here, there's definitely Breeze looks to pick it up because that's gone flying downfield. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, did the flag, yeah, it's getting a little bit stronger. Oh, it's a massive, bounces off the tackle there from Ryan Brown and just keeps moving forward. These Broncos team putting in some big shots this afternoon, and they've had plenty of the defending they've had to do as well, Graham. King once again almost breaking through that time then. That was arguably a forward pass there, but play continues. Jared Stack out to Bishop now. Bishop on the last, punts that one towards the corner. It's going to be testing Bishop once more, who takes a knee to collect that one. He's done extremely well as a London full-back. But the kick chase and the Raiders keep London Broncos down on their own 20-metre mark. And it's been quite rare, Graham. We've seen London inside the Raiders half too much in the opening 20 minutes. Yeah, the completion rates of both teams have been high so far, but it's the defensive efforts from the Raiders just keeping London camped back inside their own half. And now once again, kicking it on the last, inside their own half, downfield, where Ritson is underneath that one. He collects and drives up towards his own 30 as the ball comes out to the Raiders' top try scorer so far, Andy Bullman, as Charlie Emsley comes onto the field. The Ryan Brown is putting a hell of a shift once again. 120 consistent minutes, 122 to be exact, he has played as prop forward. A full 80 against Widnes last week, 22 against London this week. What a phenomenal effort from Ryan Brown, the Raiders number 32. As Ryan King now takes another shot around the neck, but he's backed off there. As he Worthington, and now Raiders And it was a good kick at the end of that set by Walker, deep into that bottom left-hand corner, taken expertly well once again though by Alex Walker, but it does mean that the Broncos now, as has been the setting for the opening 23 minutes of this game, are starting right back off their own 10. So the Raiders now causing the error, and who else but the M6, Josh Wood, putting in a massive shot, causing a knock on. London are happy about it, though. Up in the faces that time is Worthington, strapping round his head. So it's going to be a scrum down, head and feed to the Raiders, just inside the London half. Still leading this game by 2 points to nil. It's been a tightly contested affair, dominated in defence once again by the Raiders. And now find themselves this scrum down inside the London half with an opportunity with T. Ritson, who once again runs sideways, looks for that space. Oh, it's bums off seats time, isn't it, Graham, when Ritson's getting the ball this afternoon. Charlie Emsley's foot just got wiped out from under him as he went into that challenge there. And now another stoppage for a high tackle, which I find bizarre. Unless there was contact with the head as Charlie Emsley was going down. I think that's an unfortunate one there against Sadiq Adebayi. But nevertheless, the kicking cone comes out once more. So 25 minutes played of this first half. Brad Walker with boot to ball shortly. Jared Stack now just having a word with the referee Tara Reid. And she has refereed this game a bit different, I think, Graham, to most, in a good way. She's definitely bringing in a lot more of the high tackle ruling, which you've seen from previous referees. Brad Walker with another successful penalty. 26 minutes on the clock. It's now Raiders 4. It's London 0. Raiders going to get possession back from kick-off. Tactical 2-pointer once again.
Raiders goal scorer was number 6, Brad Walker. Sponsored by Dawson Mackey.
I think we've seen how strong this London defence is. It's something you picked up on, Graham, based on previous results. So we're taking all the opportunities. Charlie Emsley now then gets that first run as Billy Bedwood onto the field, gets his first taste of the action, still trying to crawl forward, and the ball has been ripped out from behind him there as he was trying to get up and play that one. For those watching on the Comcam at home as well, you can probably see the reactions of the coaching team just over the shoulder of my summariser Graham Dale this afternoon. And if you can lip read, you can probably guess the sort of thing that they're saying as well. Not to be repeated on the BBC, of course. As Walker now then gets that one off to Bedford. Massive tackle once again. Huge numbers. Worthington. Oh, and he's struggling that time, and I think he's concussed there. He doesn't know what day of the week it is, and the player's now trying to say he needs to go off. Delane saying, no, I'm absolutely fine. Well, I don't think he is. He tried to play that ball, the momentum of his face plant onto the floor, and now he's not letting the physio take a look at him. He's not right here. And a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up from the physio. He's apologised. Well, I think he was partially knocked out for about 3 seconds there. It was Delane Bedford. And now he gets on with it. Being checked by the physio. Thumbs up. And he's heavily involved in the tackle. He's trying to make up for that mistake. Jamed Stack is clutching onto his hand in back play here. Not good for the Raiders captain on his return to the team. As now London move inside the Raiders half. It's last tackle. That's an incorrect play the ball. Just trying to see which way she's given this, because she's stopped the clock once more. Yeah, he needs to come off for a HIA, does Delane Bedford. They've noticed something as the doctors come on. He's screaming that he's okay. So after 80 minutes last week against Widnes, opening up for the first 20 minutes of this one, getting a 9-minute break, Ryan Brown is now back onto the field, bless him. Ought to be a prop forward there, Graham. Raiders now then in possession. Bishop gets this one out to Robson. Once again, heavy tackles from this Broncos team. It's like they're hitting a brick wall every single time, the Raiders. This time it's Brown who's back onto the field. Takes the Raiders inside the 30 now. Then out towards the short side to Walker, who's looking for a pass. Eventually gets a kick away. The kick's come through. The kick's popped up. And it's going to be over the line. It's going to be the first try of the afternoon. And it's going to go to the men in blue and green. Barrow Raiders extend the lead here. It's now Raiders 8, London 0. Should have watched the replay, find out and confirm the score.
Number 14, Aaron Smith, sponsored by the Blue White Knights.
So in the space of 10 minutes, the Raiders have now took an 8-point lead with a conversion attempt to come. Aaron Smith, with his second of the season, just jumped onto that kick through from Walker. And I think from
Brad Walker. Sponsored by Johnson.
The Tannoys will tell you it's another successful conversion from Brad Walker. It's now Raiders 10, it's London 0. We've got 8 minutes to go until half time. They haven't done that much wrong, to be honest. They've been solid in defence. It's just the Raiders have just been, well, Curtis Tier struggles back up to his feet there. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Trying to jump in there, really. It's just a bit of a dead leg. Raiders now then with Brown. Right down the middle. And now London giving Raiders a taste of their own medicine. It's last tackle. Raiders deep inside their own half. Playing this one off the 40. Brad Walker hoofs this one downfield. He gets a... it finds the ground, but it's popped up nicely for the Broncos, who now get that one up towards the 30. And that's one thing at the end of these sets, Graham, that Barrow haven't been giving London, haven't been gifting them any sort of cheap yards. Broncos over towards that right side then. Taking it inside the 40-metre mark now. Oh, Pacelli put that one up high into the air. It's been kept in play and bounced backwards. Now it's come back to Pacelli on his own 30 mark. London have managed to kick this one again. This one, it's a little bit into no man's land. It's going to bounce, it's going to bobble, it's going to be left by Bishop, and it's going to go dead. And it's going to be a restart on the 20. Costello picks that one up then and gets an offload away to Ritson. Ritson towards the 30, and now it's Bullman having a go at this defensive line. I'm telling you, they're like a brick wall, this London defence at the moment. Manny Costello then taken down just shy of the halfway. It's the quick ruck speed here from the Raiders, I've noticed, which is what is gathering momentum downfield. Jarrett Stack almost goes over the top there and finds a way through against Hursley Horde. As now Raiders within 40 metres. Quick play the ball once again out towards Ritson on the left-hand side. Continue Ritson, find the space, he misses one, he misses two, and he's done it again. And time for Graham. All aboard the Ritson Express.
Choo-choo.
There it is. T. Ritson once again. It's try number 6 of the season for him. 5 minutes to go until half-time. It's now Raiders 14, London 0, and the boy just keeps on giving.
He's just a class finisher, isn't he? He got that ball there and he still had some work to do. He got half stopped by there. Stepped on the inside, under the sticks. Nobody touched him. And I'm sure it's going to hold up. So again, as we said earlier, Dan, the points will come, the opportunities will come, and they've took them. And it's now looking going to be like 16 points to 0 at half time. And I'm pretty sure the second half, Raiders start off well for 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and they'll find it tough to overcome that, and the Raiders will take the points this afternoon.
Just trying to keep one eye on the replay. I keep forgetting we've got a replay. Yeah, blessed by replays in the championship. We need to remember to keep turning our eyes to the left, and we're just trying to see there how close Ritson was to the touchline as he stepped. Usually a winger would step back on the inside. It looks like he stepped round the outside, but he must have only had a few inches.
He stepped on his inside shoulder.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. Either way, he's done well, has the on loan St. Helens man. And it's another simple conversion attempt for Walker. 4 minutes until half time. Raiders are blowing this one wide open once again. 16 points to 0, and that 32-year wait for a home win against London is on course to be reset. Sixth for the season for the Raiders' favourite. Following on 5 minutes on from Aaron Smith, second of the season, and now Charlie Ansley picks this one up from kickoff. Raiders now then get this one out to Tia, and once again, how important has Curtis Tia been to this team? I mean,
he's a big, strong lad.
He's a big boy. He's been massive.
Second row loose forward, second row centre, and he can do both positions.
He's built up a fantastic rugby relationship with Ritson on that left edge, and he knows where Ritson's going to be. He knows the timing of the pass. He draws a defender towards him before he gets that ball out to Ritson.
Classic centre play, that.
Brilliant centre play. But he knows that that's all he's got to do. My work is done.
Yeah.
See you later, T. Once again, Curtis Tia in possession. This time cuts back on the inside because it is the last tackle. He manages to get a kick away. Not the best, probably as you'd expect.
Yeah.
And now London pick up the ball. Good strong running that time there with Raiders players on his back. And now they get to start this one off their own 40. So this is a big opportunity for the Broncos with 2 minutes on the clock until the half-time hooter to give themselves something which will completely change the team talk at half-time. Down this left side now then, they've got a 2-on-2 scenario, but it's going to be Adebayo that cuts it back in towards the middle of the field as now tackle is made, and London continue popping this one across the forwards. Matthew Ross this time, it's now last 20 metres out. They're going to shift this one towards the left, over the top from Binks. Bullman catches it, that one in air. And he had Adebayo charging towards him, so he's done well there as the Raiders winger.
I think Jared Stack again there was just talking to the referee about the fact that he was taken with both feet off the ground, which is actually a punishable offence.
Yeah, it was a tight one. It was close to call.
Yeah. Oh, T. Be careful, son.
Yeah,
pick probably the biggest player on the pitch there.
T against former Super League man Lewis Byanek, of course, and probably about double his weight. Ball by Bishop out towards Bullman. It just drifted forward. I think Bishop knows it as well. Only by a yard or so, but that's all it takes. Bullman was through. So now into the final 60 seconds of the first half. London get possession back.
I think it's a case down of Raiders. They like to carry on playing. I think the Broncos would be glad to get into the sheds and make sure they can regroup and talk about what they've got to do second half, which is pick the pace of their own game. Easier said than done.
I mean, both teams have done nothing spectacular. They have been solid in defence.
I think the Raiders have been. I think Paul Crary have been really happy with the composure that the Raiders have shown this afternoon so far, Dan.
We called it before kickoff. They defend well and high completion.
I mean, they talk about earning the right to get the opportunities to score tries, and that's exactly what they've done this afternoon. Sometimes it isn't about like opening up defences every other tackle and scoring long-range tries. You know what I mean? It's about playing the long game.
High tackle once again given against the Raiders as we are in the final few moments of this first half. So it's going to be a tap just off the 10. There goes the half-time hooter. London won't manage to get that ball away. The tackle is complete. The first half is complete, and what a fantastic first half. If you're a Raiders fan tuning in this afternoon, a 15-minute stint. It took him 20 minutes to get going before Walker put boot to ball for the 2-pointer. Then again, 6 minutes later, taking Raiders to that 4 points to the advantage. But then it was Smith, after a fantastic kick through from Walker, jumping on the ball to take Raiders to 10 points to 0, and then Ritson with once again individual genius on that far left-hand side, extending that lead 5 minutes before half-time. Raiders 16, London 0. Big Graham, bonus here for the second half too.
Yeah, very much. I don't want to, me personally, I don't care if they don't score again. They've scored enough points to win this game. What they've got to do is come out and play exactly what they've done there. Low percentage risk, not
Half-time score here at Craven Park. It's Barrow 16, London 0. It was 2 penalties on the 20th and 26th minute from Brad Walker, which gave him a tight lead, 4 points to 0. But then Smith on the half-an-hour mark over for his second of the season. And then once again, all aboard the Ritson Express. More individual genius from the on-loan St Helens man gave Raiders that 16 points to 0 lead. Just about to kick off the second half now. Thanks, mate. Thanks, see you soon. I think we're on. And welcome back for live second half coverage here at Craven Park, the Northern Competition Stadium, where Raiders went in to the sheds leading by 16 points to 0. Once again, it's that man on that far side in that first half. Completion rate. They've done exactly that, haven't they, Graham? So, starting this second half, like they did majority of the first half, kicking from their own half. London Broncos at the end of that set, putting that one up high. A good chase though, pressure on the fullback Luke Cresswell. But now the Raiders in possession, just in front of their own 20-metre mark. 3 minutes on the clock here. And the score is as it is, as it was at half-time. Raiders 16, London 0. Raiders on course for top 3. We will keep you updated on the championship games this afternoon. We did have some half-time scores. Graham Davis to pull them up for me shortly now. Then as Aaron Smith gets this one out to King. King, a little bit of a show and go. Eventually gets that one out towards the left-hand side to Tia. Tia's dummied. Tia was looking for that last second offload to Ritson. Ritson applauds his decision though. I don't think Ritson would have had enough room there to find his way through. As the big kick comes over, it's going to be collected. Can it be rolled? The ball has come loose. It's stretching over towards the line. The referee blows the whistle, indicates knock on. So they'll try and not give them there. 3 minutes on the clock. Raiders looking to extend it once more. But it's London that are going to get possession back. Meanwhile, in the championship, early kick-off this afternoon. It's the first win of the season for the newly promoted Hunslet. They won away to Batley by 28 points to 24. A late surge from the Bulldogs wasn't quite enough for them. Here at the Northern Competitions, Craven Park, it's Raiders 16, London 0. Doncaster 10-0 up against Sheffield. Widnes at home looking at another defeat. Widnes 0, Oldham 4. Still, anything can happen in a game like that. And Halifax looking to hang on to their undefeated start in the championship. It's Halifax 8, it's Bradford Bulls 6. Later kick off tonight, 6 o'clock between Featherstone and the York Knights still to come. As London now then breaking down this left-hand side. They've got space. Can they find the pass? No. Raiders make the tackle. Ryan King there. I think a little bit of play acting there was there, and now
10 minutes here.
It's going to get 10 minutes, so I'm going to guess that's a professional foul or either dissent against Ryan King. But Ryan King's trudging off the field and he's not happy with that decision.
So this will do what Broncos wanted to start the second half. off to a really good solid start and an opportunity for points. Raiders are going to be 10 minutes a man down, so it's really important from the Raiders perspective that they get back to doing what they were doing first half, which is high completion. The higher they complete in the next 10 minutes, Dan, they're keeping the ball off the Broncos.
More strapping than John or Smith. Ryan King comes off the field, 10 minutes in the bin for him. He's arguing about the decision still with his coaching staff on the bench.
That's Delane Bedwards back on. Past his HIA, Dan.
Yeah, he was assuring of himself that he was absolutely fine, but now the Raiders have to do that resilient defending that they have done, not just for this game, but also much this season. What they've got to do for the next 10 minutes with just 12 men as Ryan King. And the ball has been lost, the ball has been knocked on. Bishop, master of the housery, will play at PG, Graham. He caused the error there by the Broncos. Smiles in all of the faces, little nudges as well. Makes all the difference though. Like one of them players that undoes the shoelaces in the scrum and things like that, Graham. Was that you? Did you reach?
No, I was also to get on with the game and the next bit and the next bit and the next bit. Whether it's good or bad.
T. Ritson then collects this one. Drops the shoulder in the tackle. 3 London Broncos defenders managed to wrap it up. Raiders 16, London 0. You're listening live on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport across the world via the app and the website. Charlie Emsley now then takes the Raiders past the 20-metre mark. 6 minutes played. The Raiders don't need to go and win this game twice. They just need to go for the motions, keep up that high set completion rate like they have been doing. And this game will be put to bed as Walker looks for a 40-20 attempt, but he can't quite get enough on that one. So it's going to be collected on that far side by Hellick. He's going to run this one up past the 40-metre mark.
We've got to get that intensity in the game that they had in the first half, both in defence and attack, Dan, when they're bringing that ball away. Otherwise, you know, if they get a sniff of an opportunity, the Broncos, I'm sure they won't turn it down.
So now,
Again, no, they are coach killers. Discipline. Well, he played the ball and then pushed the player away. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Like 2 hands pushed. And that's the difference. A penalty away. Now they've got 4 plays 30 metres out from the opponent's line. Oh, they got away with one there. Stack. They've definitely got Stacky marked out as a pivotal member of the team. You know what was my best ever signing, Dan? My marriage certificate. Hey, I'd have that. A bit of self-indulgence. Thank you very much. Sorry, I couldn't resist. She never does, actually. No. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Here off guard. All offside from the kick, probably why the chase looks so good. There's a referee, Tara Reid, on her second championship appearance for her. Indicates all offside then, so Walker.
I was just going to say, Dan, you know, the kick with that ball, the way it bounced back, it depends which colour your shirt is, red or blue, whether you think it's a good kick, because if they'd retained that ball then, they'd have been on the attack.
It looked like he was lining up for a 40-20 attempt. Maybe I was wrong. Nevertheless, Raiders get possession back. We're all offside anyway, no matter what happened. So Jared Stack now then. He cuts back in towards the middle. 30 metres out from the London line, out towards Bedwood. Bedwood is dropped just shy of the 20 mark. Raiders still leading by 16 points to nil, out towards Stack once more. Stack gets a great offload away to Bishop. I don't think Bishop was expecting that one. He's kicked that one through. Is anybody going to get on the end of it? No, he's just going to find touch before Bullman can get anywhere near that one.
Great idea, just kicked it a bit too strong.
You never know what he's going to do, do you, Alex?
No, I'd love to see, because he ran there, he took that ball, he straightened the defence up. He had Stack outside him, but that was the only option he had. So it's an easy read for the defenders.
Fresh set then for the Broncos, and they move inside the Raiders half now then. 40 metres away as Ryan Brown looks to come back onto the field. Good tackle once again, 3 in a row from Charlie Emsley. There's the Broncos now then out towards this right hand side, massive tackle there. It was a good offload away. Keeps his play moving down towards this far right hand side. 12 minutes played of this second half. Still no score as of yet in this second period. It's been a 16, London nil, but it's London who were looking more and more likely to get their first points on the board. Going down the short side now within 10 metres. It's a sloppy pass and it's going to go straight into touch. Liam Tyndall can't get his fingertips around that one. And now he's up in the face of Bullman. Right in front of the touch judge as well.
He's currently got the Barrow Raiders player by the throat. I think that is an attack to the head, which is a red card incident.
Bullman gave him a little bit back. But yeah, initially it was Tyndall that, from out here, looked like he almost went to strangle him. Just trying to see if they show a replay of that one, as the referee now tells all the team to get away so she can talk to an official. She's stopped the clock.
It's got to be a card, isn't it? Somebody.
Well, nothing too much came of it, but
there was a bit of push and shove. But one player grabbed the other by the throat.
You can't have contact with the head. Deliberate contact with the head, and she's going to call them both over, I think, or she's calling the captains over.
Well, for sense and sensibility, if you just have a talking to them and let them off and award a penalty one way or the other, fine. I'm happy with that. But at the end of the day, if she's going to apply the rules of the law, somebody has got to walk.
So she's spoken to both players, spoken to the captains. Slap on the wrist. Raiders are going to get possession back though, as Bedwood comes off the field now. Then it's going to be Brown going back on.
Again though, poor discipline, you know, from the Broncos. It's just giving possession away when they should have been trying to get a foot in this game.
Here it is, Tia. Takes a big shot. Bedwood still doesn't look 100%, does he? He's come back on that follow from that HIA. He's now walking down the touchline, shaking his head, smiling and applauding. I don't know if he can make his mind up for the Raiders forward. Have his feeling is Curtis Tia now then. Tries once again to draw in a couple of defenders, but this time the ball has been wrapped up in the tackle, so there's no way through for Ritson. So the ball comes back into the forwards. This time it's going to be Ryan Brown. Fifth and last tackle now. 13 minutes of this second half played, and Raiders going towards Walker. Walker has punted that one down, right down the middle. It's going to go down the throat and collected well by Paul Selly.
That was a clever kick as well. You know, he was on the wrong side of the field for his right footed kick. You know, he made sure the ball found a bit of grass.
So we're just waiting for Broadbent to come onto the field now then.
For Bedwood.
No, well, it was Brown that's gone on for Bedwood. I think that's been missed by the announcer here. Clearly, we're better at our job, Graham. That's all it comes down to. No offence. So Broadbent is going to come onto the field shortly, which will be interesting.
Just the sort of game that Broadbent will like this, you know.
Feisty one, and London have definitely picked up their work rate in this second half. 15 minutes off the second half played. A little kick comes over the top, catching Cresswell out of position. He's come off the post. Talk about lady luck, and it's lady luck that London needed. It's come back off the post, straight into the hands of Pacelli. He's gone underneath the sticks. Cresswell was caught short there. Raiders were caught short. London have found a slight way back in. It's now Barrow 16. London 4 with a simple conversion attempt to come.
Yeah, it just allowed them. They just got a little bit of play down this end of the field, didn't they, towards the Duke Street end of the ground. And let's say the kick come off, and it whether it's lucky, whether he's aiming for it, but either way, it's off the post, and they took the 4 point there to become 6. Yeah. And I think that's Luke Broadbent gone on for. I think it's Pullman that's come on.
I don't know. Was Cresswell quite out of position there? He was just high up in the defensive line. London have gone to kick that one early. Cresswell slipped as he's trying to get back into position, giving London a sniff. But the way the ball has come back off the post, I think you'd have to be a brave man to say he aimed for the post.
Well, it does happen.
It happens, but
yeah, well, you can tell. I certainly can. I'm not a mind reader.
Successful conversion.
Credit where credit's due, let's say that. All I know is London should not be allowed to score the next try by the Raiders defence. Otherwise it's game on.
Manny Costello comes off then for Broadbent. As the kick's bobbled around, it's been fumbled, but it's gone backwards. What a great kick from that kick-off, Graham.
Yep.
Bobbling,
again,
grubber kick right towards
right
the corner.
On the floor, it's on the floor, it can go anywhere, the ball.
When we talk about legends, now part of the coaching team, leaving his coming off the field, Graham there.
Nathan Mossad.
One of the most consistent number 9 you've ever seen.
Cracking play. I remember watching him when he was 16 years old and asking him for Milan. I thought he's a kid who's going to do well. I think he's the conditioner now, is he?
Yeah, something on all them lines. Now the Raiders penalised. Just trying to see what for that time. Let me get the high tackle.
Do we get me and you in a condition a bit down? Do you fancy doing it? Me and you could survive a pre-season session with the Raiders.
I'd be charity. I'd be out of breath getting changed to turn up for it.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah, I'll sponsor you, Graham.
You know, like Love Barrow, you call it Love the Gym.
So from that penalty then, from the high tackle, London put that one into touch, and now off the Raiders 30. 23 minutes remaining of this game. Will London find a way back in and continue this fantastic form they've had, albeit they haven't played a lot over the last 32 years, but it's a 32-year run that they want to continue. 1993 was the last time that Raiders beat London here at the Northern Competition Stadium as it is now.
They've just got a little bit of momentum now, haven't they, Dan? They've got a little bit more energy off that score, a little bit more confidence. It's important they don't let the Raiders don't let the line be breached.
This right hand side, okay. Done a bit of a dummy there, almost caught all the Raiders defenders off. But we've done well and continue towards this right side. If we can just get the space through, and Tia's missed the tackle. Can momentum get them over the line? No, it can't. Tia just got enough, I think, on that to stop him short. So it's going to be a turnover, maybe half an inch.
Yeah.
Off the Raiders line.
There's another warning for the Raiders. So the Broncos will take the opportunities if they get them offered.
Curtis Tia with the first drive makes that extra half an inch back then. So Raiders still got work to do here. As the Broncos are right up in the
2 gone, 90 metres to go.
22 minutes to go until half time. Raiders 16, London 6, 10 points the difference. Raiders looking to make it 5 wins in their opening 7 championship games. As Liam King charges in, loses possession. Not long back onto the field, as well as the Italian Aussie.
Now that is the small little things that turn things and give a team a lift. As you can see there, the body language of the Broncos, they're all up, they're all pumped, they're looking to get this next try and turn it to game on. The Raiders, they've got to be very careful now.
Marcus Stock looks to come back onto the field then. The Broncos loose forward, who's been a danger all afternoon, but now it's London within 20 metres, trying to find a way on that left side. Bowman looks to drag him into touch. London have done well to plant his feet, stay in the field of play. Broadbent he goes flying in there. King with a bit of support, dumping him on his back, screaming in the faces as well. The referee's not happy with that one, and she's going to go back into the pocket. And Ryan King this time, he's only just come back onto the field, and he's going to have to go back off. It's a second yellow for Ryan King.
A red. I'm not exactly sure what's gone on, but
I mean, he did look aggressive in the tackle, and the referee wasn't happy with it. That's all. I mean, she stopped the clock now. 2 yellow cards within the space of
that's a
only
first
22 minutes. It's one for Jordan Weir to clarify for us. He'll have a few stats on Ryan King. Currently over at Cumbria and Derby. Another game you can catch live on the app and website this afternoon, but you don't want to miss a thing here. It's Raiders 16, London 6. Ball has been lost in possession. Now we've got to come in together in the middle of the park. Charlie Emsley screaming in delight.
Now and again, another good side for the Raiders. Each time I watch this Raiders side this year at home like this, when there has been adversity, they've been very close and a very close-knit group. So now they've just lost a player, they're going to do it for that player.
So 3 minutes King was back onto the pitch for before receiving his second sin bin. Curtis Tia now then takes possession with Raiders. 19 minutes to go, still holding on to that 10 points advantage. 2 scores needed at least by the Broncos here, as Broadbent fresh onto the field, strapped up calf this afternoon for him.
Brown's just come on for
Charlie Emsley. Poor Brown. He's only getting 5 minute stints on the bench and he's straight back on again. I say poor Brown. He's putting in a hell of an effort once again. 80 minutes last week.
As that man there, Charlie Emsley.
He always puts in
never takes a backward step, does he?
Bishop now then, with a long drive down. What a kick that was. Done well there to stop that one, and a bit of a death pass out towards Polselli as the ball is eventually stopped. Tackle complete on the London 20. This Raiders defence just need to keep up the levels that they kept up in the first half, which for the most part, they have been. It's just a few errors.
Yeah. They've just not been, this second half, they just allowed the Broncos to come onto them because they've had a couple of penalties that have given field position. And like any side, if you invite them onto you, they're gonna put you under pressure. Putting you under pressure defensively, here we go. Putting you under pressure defensively tires you out. And eventually you drop off the tackle and somebody runs over for a try.
Breaking down the left side there, a good 20 metres made. Completed on the 40, trying to find runners all over the field now. And eventually it's going to be Worthington that takes that ball. It's now 5th and last. London, 40 out from the Raiders line. Playing this one out towards the right-hand side, still passing this one across the line. Tia slips on the surface, the tackle is complete. On the Raiders 20, it's going to be a turnover off possession.
Yeah,
a couple of players I've seen now slipping on this surface, Graham.
Yeah, just analysing this London attack. I don't know if they've enough there, but they could do with a 6 or 7. They can direct play, be a bit more decisive. It's like they're playing a play, but there's no end product at the moment.
The Raiders now then, 16 points to 6 up, 17 minutes left to play. Strong run that time from the massive centre that is Curtis Tia, as now the ball comes out to Broadbent. Broadbent with 3 London players around him looks to find an offload away. Wood.
You know, see that there? You had Ryan Brown, I think it was, took that ball in, and he had Rothwell there.
Out towards his left side, and Walker's going to put this one downfield. It's going to bobble, it's going to bounce, it's going to find touch.
14, Aaron Smith, sponsored by the Blue and White Knights.
So Aaron Smith comes off, and Josh Wood back. That's how it indicates.
Need a really good defensive set here now from the Raiders. They put them under some pressure, try and force the error. Great tackle. That's what we're talking about. Front foot bash.
Ginger Jukebox back up to his old tricks then. Fresh on the final 15 minutes here at Craven Park, where it's Barrow 16, London 6, 10 points of difference, and now Raiders holding down. See if it's Rothwell or Brown. The tackle. It's a very minute thing. I don't think anyone else is seeing these. It's the reaction from the players. Like, it's the London players that are like, what have we done wrong? Oh, it wasn't us, it was Barrow. Strange.
It's another set of 6 to restart. Great work. Great defensive work, that. Great defensive work. They kept the line, kept on each other's inside shoulder, and just forced them out towards the touch. They could be lucky not to get 10 minutes here. They could be down to 11 here now, down. They're just showing it. The Raiders are just showing a lack of discipline. And as well, you know, again, they're starting to be. We're in the last quarter of the game. They'll be starting to get tired. So that means there'll be another 5 or 6 inches away from where they need to be at the point of contact. So that's why they got the arms out and you're grabbing at players. Whereas in the first half, they were in with full contact in the body and the shoulder. That's just wearing them down, because the Raiders have had to do. They've probably done twice the amount of tackles so far in the second half of the whole of the first half.
They're definitely being made to work for this one. So the referee has a word with both captains again. Jared Stack doesn't let it go away, so it's going to be a penalty for a high tackle. I reckon Greg should have kept a count. I think we're in double figures for high tackle to second.
Yeah. That definitely was a high tackle.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell that it's the right decision. Jared's relieved that he hasn't lost another player, because he wasn't saying out as he wanted. He's not one for being quiet as he backs off, is he?
So, play back underway then. Broncos inside the Raiders 30. Ryan King is eager to come back onto the field as the fourth official takes him down the touchline. Now it's London. Down towards that left corner, dragging 3, 4 green and blue Raiders shirts with him as well. Inside 10 metres now. 13 to go. A try here for London could change everything. Raiders still down to 12 men. Plenty of space on this far right hand side as well. They're trying to get the ball over into that space now, and they have done it. No, it's the wrong option. It's the wrong option from Pacelli. Tackle has been made. They've still got tackles to go, though. He's one pass away there from that far left hand side. Now they're shifting the ball towards the left. They've got space again on that far left side. They could get the ball away. Raiders to complete the tackle. They just managed to complete it. It's now fifth and last London still find themselves just a few metres away, stepping around. It's going towards that left corner, the kick's coming through. Collected by the Raiders. Hands on knees here. Plenty of players down all over the place. They've definitely been made to work for these points here, Graham.
Yeah, that's Luke Cresswell limping there. I think he managed to just rescue that ball. But he may well have knocked it on. I think this could be a scrum down, head and feed London. Yeah, it is. So they're under the pump here, the Raiders.
He must have knocked it on, collecting that one. Raiders 16, London 6, 12 to go. Just trying to see his King back onto the field now then. Yeah, so it's back to 13 players apiece here. The ball goes out towards that far left side. Raiders were all offside, yeah. Now we're all offside. The scrum, it was just delayed, the ball was delayed.
You see what we mean there, Dan, about this change in atmosphere now, because it's the Raiders that are getting penalised, and it's the Broncos that are getting the energy from that are going to get the opportunities to score, and it's up the Raiders to keep them out.
Oh, he was flirting with the shoulders.
It would have been brilliant. Fantastic effort.
So London now out towards this right side, trying to find some space there with Lovell. The London captain can't quite find a way through, and he's just passed heads there with Walker, who's gone charging in towards him. He's lost the ball in the process. He's so busy trying to concentrate on headbutt Walker. They're now having to come together right in front of the referee here. But he's lost the ball. He's got the ball on, trying to headbutt Walker, and now the referee has said pick it up and play on. That's such a strange decision, but nevertheless, London do continue on the 10-metre mark.
I think the referees bottled the decision there, because they were kind of rutting at each other.
Raiders, great defence once more. Fans are on their feet, players are in each other's faces. Someone's going to go. Someone's going to go shortly.
Somebody's going over the rainbow, I tell you.
Well, temperatures are certainly rising. WrestleMania weekend as well, Graham. We're going to get a bit of wrestling on the pitch at this rate.
WrestleMania. What's that?
How dare you? How dare you?
It's like Big Daddy and that. Easy. Easy. Anybody over the age of 50 will know what I'm talking about. Nick McManus.
10 minutes to go here. Raiders 16. London 6. Just the one try in this second half coming from the Broncos. Sloppy pass, eventually collected by Broadbent. And I have noticed, you look at the pitch, Graham, the Raiders have been
cutting up a little bit down there,
the possession has been dominated by London within that 20-30 metre mark off the Raiders line, so much so that you can see the whole, and they also trail on that side of the pitch.
That is a massive, massive result for the Raiders.
Explain.
They've been under the pump now for the last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. They've had about 3 or 4 penalties against them that's kept them pinned down on their own line. They've worked and managed to avoid, they've had a player in the sin bin. He's back on now. They've not conceded any points, and now they're on the halfway, about to start their own set of 6.
Jared Stack now then, as the Raiders find themselves in the London half of the pitch, which seems quite a rarity for this second half. Once again slipping. The groundsman's going to have some work cut out for himself before that Doncaster game a week on Sunday. As the Raiders now then, 30 out from the London line. A try here in the final 8 minutes will surely be enough to see off this game. Still 10 points the difference. Raiders 16, London 6. Referee once again blows a whistle.
Amen. 2 points.
Yeah, interference in the ruck there.
2 points, yeah. That'll take it out to
Eyes down on the head coach, Paul Crary.
So that's 3 scores. That'll take it to 3 scores.
Yeah, so it's going to be 72 minutes. Just going to stop the clock here. Yeah, Brad Walker ain't going to miss this one. Famous last words. Right in front of the post, about 16 metres or so away.
And that'll take it to a 12-point lead, that Dan.
2 converted tries. needed to bring the tie level. Graham just said 3 scores needed to win this one. With 7 on the clock. Walker will go through all the seconds. Take a leaf out of Ryan Shaw's book. You're allowed 90. Take them all. Run that clock down. It's going to be the boot of Walker once more. 100% as well this afternoon. This is going to be his 3rd penalty. 2 successful conversions as well from them tries from Smith and Ritson. And it's another big 2 points on the board for the Raiders. 18 points to 6, 12 points the difference. 7 minutes remaining. Raiders on course for top 3, potentially top 2. Graham, all the scores up on your phone. Let's have an update on the championship. Raiders 18, London 6, 7 minutes to go here. Just waiting for the kicking code to come onto the field, so Chris Hellick can get us back underway. Updates in the championship then, as we see it at the moment. Still seeing half time. We'll update that one. There we go. It's Doncaster 10, Sheffield 6. Short kickoff, been bobbled around all over the place, and now it's Josh Wood getting involved with Pacelli, trying to see which knock-on's going to be given. It's looking like a Raiders ball. Indicates come down, head and feed to the Raiders. Yep, so Barrow going to get possession back then. Doncaster 10, Sheffield 6. Halifax 8, Bradford 12. Halifax on course for their first defeat of the championship season. And Widnes 6, Oldham 10. That's how it stands at the moment. So if Halifax, if I get live tables, Graham's outdated phone.
Outdated phone? It's a new phone, that, I think.
Is it? You think?
I've had it 2 years.
Outdated then, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah, Raiders will move up onto 10 points here. Taking them above Toulouse for now and into 3rd position. Oldham, if Oldham fail to win at Widnes, Barrow will find themselves on this Easter weekend, Good Friday, 2nd in the table.
If the Raiders can see this game out, which I'm sure they can, Paul Crary will be able to tell them one thing after this game. Great ball, that.
Almost breaking through that time then.
The Raiders players know that they've produced it now, and there's no reason why they can't.
Quick hands out here to Tia. Tia's found Ritson. Ritson kicks it back towards the sticks, but it's going to bounce kindly for the London number 6, Pacelli. And Ellis found the room of his own. It's the last second ankle tap. Just enough to slow him down. Just enough for Ritson to get back and complete the tackle. Otherwise, they'd been away there. Almost scoring at one end to a try-saving tackle at the other. But now London find themselves inside the Raiders half. 4 minutes to go. 2 converted tries needed to bring the scores level. Is there enough time on the clock for this Broncos team?
I think they've left it too little, too late. To be honest with you, Dan.
It's looking that way at the moment, and this 32-year wait.
They're just playing with that bit of desperation, aren't they? A little bit more speed, ruck around the ruck play.
4 minutes away from once again this Raiders team rewriting. Not many people in this stadium would have been here in 1993.
You know, the Raiders play there, just look again. Who are disciplined? You just can't afford. You know, the players need to get hold of him and tell him to calm down a bit. You know, play the game out.
Big strong run that time then from Worthington once more. London on the 10-metre mark now. 3 minutes to go. We'll start playing more desperate sort of rugby. Imagine the ball has popped off. The ball has been intercepted. Ryan King's away. Ryan King's found Bowman. And Bowman! Can Bowman get through? Can he get through? He's got support from Bowman. Can Bowman find a corner?
Big set and match. Yeah, that is. They're gutted if you're a Broncos player. You're gutted at that. You know, they've knocked the ball on. They were getting some shape together, trying to get their own try. Luke Broadbent, Luke Broadbent was coming, like a salmon, to use your phrase, and the ball back. Over picked it up, sprinted 50, 60 metres with two Broncos in pursuit. He had Luke on his left, gave him it. Luke pinned his lugs back and finished the job well.
I'm going to tell you a little random story now, Graham. Finishing work this afternoon, see Luke Broadbent walking across Market Street in Dalton, waiting for the traffic so he could cross the road. I politely stopped my work van and I said, "You can pass, my friend." Opened down, put the window down. I was like, "Ronnie, you owe me a try for that one. Will do, Dan. Thumbs up." He's gave me that try. Luke Broadbent with his second of the season.
I see him at college, and we pass. He might be 100 yards away, and I go front foot, bash bash, or bosh bosh, and he's like, "Yeah." And at our time, he caught me eye, give me a wave, and I went front foot, bosh bosh, and he was like that.
Broadbent with a try. Walker with a 100% record. Raiders 24, London Broncos 6. Raiders, I say it week in, week out. Write them off at your peril. 5 from 7. Are we watching a championship playoff team this year? Is it still too?
Me personally, I'd be saying, yeah, we don't want to try and get in front of ourselves. Listen, me, I'm not part of the coaching or anything like that, but they want to play each game week by week and keep this like humility and the togetherness that they've got and work hard for each other. You know, front foot, bosh bosh every week, and that's like on the front foot. Take your opportunities and be really strong in defence. Yeah. Well, that first half, Dan, that first half was the most composed display that I've seen for 2 or 3 years of this team. And I'm not saying they haven't played composed before, but for 40 minutes, do you know what I mean? Without scoring that many points and bossing a game.
Today's man of the match, sponsored by the MKM Building Supplies Barrow, is Barrow's number 6, Grant Walker, sponsored by Bolton Mafia. The final score here at the non-competition stadium in this Betfred Championship is Barrow Raiders 24, London Broncos 6.